Right, we have. Just got to go back to the there. Okay, that should be way back. Right, yeah. Welcome, Tom. Gosh.
Sorry.
So, welcome. My name's Brian Knight and I live near Melbourne, Australia, and it's just turned 5:30 in the morning on, for me, it's the 4th of July. For you, Tom, it's probably the 3rd, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a holiday tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
4th of July.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. So, bank holiday, I suppose.
Which explains why these today and tomorrow are going to move very slowly.
Yeah. I can imagine. Well, maybe not AUD.
Right?
We will see. Welcome, Helen. Right, let's just go and have a look across at the chart. So I think it was.
Hi, Brian. Hi, Tom.
Hi, Helen.
Oh, hey, Helen.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
That's good. I just thought we might start out with a little bit of sort of extended view, like the bankers really calls for. I mean, I know we do go back and forth a bit, but I think it's a good idea to see where the market currently is on quite a few pairs. These are the dailies. For example, this is on CHF JPY. You can look at CAD JPY. There's also interesting areas that it's to. I'm not saying that it will change direction. I'm just looking at. So we'll just go through all the pairs and have a look. So and I'm just looking for potential forward planning. I mean, I'm not saying we take a trade at this point for a change of direction. I'm just looking at where the market is currently. It's now moved over into from first half of the year to second half of the year. As Tom just mentioned, it's 4th of July in US. There is, normally, I don't know, I've been around a few years now. There's normally there's a change in sort of feel of the market of one direction to another, potentially. That also happens, around the start of the year as well. This seems to be that if you think that if you understand the market's driven by these big players, big banks, big, investment funds and that, and so they have agendas of, or they have budgets and things that, monies that they need to make for budgets because they're a business and for profits as such. And so sometimes there can be changes. Anyway, so if if we're looking, say, from the start of the year, when you look, which is like the end of January or around here anyway, for the start of the year, AUD CAD's just been going in a sell, right? Now, I'm not saying that won't continue in a sell. We've had a big sell-off and then a push back up. Now, what will happen today, well, I've got an alert set up on here too, but my today at 2:30 in the afternoon, it'll be when you're asleep, I would say, Helen, is that it'll be very early in the morning for you anyway, is there's a Reserve Bank of Australia rate news coming out. Now, whether they'll keep it, and there's so many conflicting articles out. Will they keep it? Will they raise it? Is there more in there? Will they, it's like so much going on at the moment. So the market may or may not react. Well, it will react, but it'll react either that the rates are kept on hold or that the rate will increase. It's not likely to go down. So it's either hold or that. And so it just depends on what occurs from that sort of point of view. And if you look, this was around the rate decision just here in June. And that's what happened until it pushed back up here and then it dropped back off. So if you look at this, there was a push there. There is a pre-push here to a certain extent. Whether this now continues or not is another, we'll find out. Anyway, we'll go down to a lower time and have a look anyway, because Tom and I were having a look at, I think, at this and AUD USD, both of those in yesterday's session. You can see this price coming to a certain level, as in, will it break this low over here? We'll see, it's down into the 71, it pulled away, it came back to the 78.6. It's nearly down to the 88, it's pulling away again now. All right. And on a daily, if you see, there's still this downtrending move, right? Now, that will change later after this, if this pushes up and we get a change. But there was no sort of, I can't really see any real color change in that, even though it went above the 62 and back on the daily, right? There's the up, there's the down. It's still in that sort of downtrend. So whatever happens here, it's more likely to pull back up into this range here. And it's really interesting because there's equilibrium just there. You have premium and you have discount way down here. All right. So on the daily, it's it's probably unlikely to break that high. It could though, and we could now have it where, but then again, the AUD has not been, and CAD and US will be doing a very similar thing. So if you look at AUD USD, similar thing, start of the year, January, February, into the sell, sideways, pull back up again, and then back to here, right? I've also got an alert there. Now, in yesterday's trading, it didn't quite pull down to the area as yet, Tom. Remember we discussed this yesterday? Oh.
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute.
That's all right. That's it. Remember we discussed this potentially coming back into that, change direction candle, and then pull back up again.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't as yet. I'm not saying it won't. It's still got the chance, got that ability to do that. So we'll just they're my 30-degree lines here for this on the daily. So if I go down to let's go down to 15. There is. There. So we talked about that as the direction change because of that push up. Oh, actually, I was on the 1 hour, so we'll do that. It's probably easier to. It's just good to come back and have a look at what we discussed and see what actually happened. So I put on a parallel channel in here with an alert. I never got never got an alarm or an alert from it because it never came back to that point. That Tom and I were discussing yesterday, this movement, swing low, back, this potentially as the what do you call it, Tom? You call it direction change candle, was it, or a shift?
No, it's a the way they call it a breaker candle.
A breaker candle, yeah.
For that breakout bar.
Yeah, because it then went into an engulfing buy, and we're looking at it to come back to this point before it would take off. Now, I'm not saying it won't do that. Certainly could. But over the last 24 hours, so that was our session, just in here yesterday, it basically just danced around, pushed back up yesterday. So not to say it won't come back down here, but just, looking at the theory of what happens with it. And you can see this 30-degree angle here. It certainly hasn't broken that. It just sort of danced around it and then came away from it. Interesting.
Yeah, look where it touched.
I know.
At the top. Look where it touched at the top.
Up here.
Yeah, go across. Look where it touched. That last top of the green candle before the down move. You mean that little wicky green candle before the down
that
move.
one?
There
just
it is,
there.
right there. Now look above it. What's right above it? That last green candle before the down move. Look where the wick is.
That one.
Down.
You mean that one?
That one right there. That's the one. See, that candle already went up and took that last green
this
candle.
One. It took that one. Yeah.
That wick, go up one wick, up to your left.
Oh, that
one right there took that green bar.
Sorry?
See it?
Oh, this wick took that green bar. Yeah. So that one took that one. Yeah.
That's the one, that wick right there that you just touched.
Yeah.
The body of that candle, the bottom of that wick.
Yeah.
Straight down. That's its next move up if it's going to continue up.
Yeah, okay.
It's going to touch the bottom of that wick before we get a drop off.
So more like, that sort of thing.
Yep.
So you reckon it'll push back up into there?
Before it pushes back down.
Yeah, okay.
It goes back after that gold bar.
Back down to this one down here. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let's just put an alert on that one while I'm there. Fair enough. And, I agree with you.
And then if you go up further to the left, you can see where that big red candles are coming down.
Yeah.
There's the last green one up there.
Which is...
Nope, where the red bar is.
Just here.
Yep. So at these places, I'm looking for it to turn around and go back and get the last bottom candle bar.
Yeah, rightio. And
it just works its way up and down.
And that's right. And potentially break this 30-degree to then continue up potentially, or not, or potentially just come up to here and then come back and then break that to keep going down, because it's still in a downtrend overall at a higher time frame. Okay. Yeah. Okay, then. So from a sequence of steps, Tom, you're saying that this is not necessarily something it comes away from, it'll go immediately back to. It's more that it has to fulfill this imbalance here before it can come back to that point.
Right. It's either creating a new high or a lower high.
Yeah.
For it to come back to clean all that up at the bottom.
Yeah.
Now you may get one strong, when you get news, it may go pow and just hit it with one wick.
Yeah.
But it's going to clean out all that cobweb.
Yeah.
Before a further push up, or it's going to slam up and take all that imbalance before it goes back down.
Yeah. Okay.
And what I've noticed is on the higher time frames, when you get news, you don't even see it.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how high you go. Yeah, well, if it's moving 300 pips, I mean, you can easily have a 100 to 200 pip move. But you're right, at a higher time frame, sometimes it just looks like a wick even. So,
You okay,
well,
Helen?
uh-oh.
Yep, good.
Welcome, David, too. David Isaac. Welcome. We're just discussing some stuff we're learning.
Cool.
No worries. Do you have any questions or?
No, I'm pretty happy.
Okay, no worries. Good one. So how are you going with your learning experience under the watchful eye of Anne, I'd say?
Yeah, great. I've just been working with fibs, getting the hang of those.
Okay.
Sorry, there's a bit of an echo.
Yeah,
There we
you
go,
must
sorted.
have. There you go. Yeah, you turned off.
Sorted. Yes. So yeah, working with them. Actually, I've been working on a strategy using fibs with a TSI and the Wadawato, which is basically designed to. The idea of it is I'm looking for 238 retracements of impulse waves
Okay.
on the 5 minute.
I was going to say it'd be at a lower time frame. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Of ones that, and I'm looking for that retracement where the other kind of things it has to do is it has to be still in kind of the right zone on the TSI, and same with the Wadawato. And then I've also got some PSARs that kind of show general trend direction. So that's been working quite well for me in terms of when I've been back testing and today. So it seems it's been doing quite well because it's really low risk in terms of stop loss. I can usually get a good stop loss, which would, like a change of character stop loss. That's only like 5 pips, and I'm usually, looking for quite an achievable 10 or 15. So it's usually quite a good. So it's been looking quite good or promising.
1 to 2.
Hmm.
1 to 2 return. Yeah. So you sort of okay. So you find it comfortable in that sort of scalping.
Yeah.
Sorry, in that scalping area.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, no worries. That's good. And relying on some indicators. It looks like. Okay, no worries. Cool. All right then. So we were just looking at some sort of higher time frame moves, and so we'll have a look at this, Tom. Again, I mean, this is just a progress over the week, and have a look. Did you have any questions, Alan or Anne, about this? It's like the movements that we're talking about in the.
No, it looks good. I haven't experimented with the 30-degree angle lines yet. I need to do that.
Oh, that's okay. It's no worries. It might not be exactly where it should be either, this one. So I'm not right off the bottom of that. But anyway, well, it's down there. But anyway. So yeah, that's AUD USD. And then we had AUD CAD that we're also looking at for it to pull down. So we'll just do this, Tom. So you've got an order block up here, and so you've got that move there. Let's just pull this back up again. I mean, it's nearly down, as I said, nearly down to 88. So what are you thinking here? Oh, yeah, okay. Potentially up to here, Tom, is it? before it comes back down, because it did. It came back.
Well, it's going to do one of two things at this point, because
it's already
broken
taken that
structure.
out. It's already taken that. Already, yeah, broken. It's already done that. There's this
Brian.
move here. Yeah.
Oh, apologies. Sorry. Can I just ask? You've got order block detector, and you've got smart money concepts open.
Yeah.
What is it that smart money's not giving you that you need the order block detector to find?
It's not doing these order blocks because I've turned them off. I'm pretty sure I have. Well,
internal order blocks. Yeah, I just wondered what is it, about the order block detector that you like that smart money concepts
if I'll show you, if I turn the smart money concept, see this order block in here.
Yeah,
that's actually from the order block detector.
Yeah.
Right. The smart money is not showing that except for up here.
Right.
At the equilibrium and that. So
yeah.
And I think also, if you remember in here in the smart money, you've got where is it? Equal highs. We've got fair value gaps and auto threshold stuff, which, I mean, if I put these on our auto, then we get less, and I don't know.
Yeah. Now, interestingly, I have fair value gaps as an indicator separate to the smart money. So
do I. Just there as well.
Yeah.
I have that as well.
There you go. Oh, there you go. You have the same as me. Yeah.
Which I think is useful. I haven't sort of relied back on it. I mean, it's not. I mean, it is something. But for me, the order blocks this detector. There's also the liquidity as well. But I mean, that's just sort of reinforcing where it's at anyway. I mean, you can see there's liquidity up there. I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah.
But this sort of, I think what we're saying is it's already taken out this. I mean, this could quite easily be swing low now, and we're in a buy direction, even though this is in a sell trend overall, right? Remember where I was back on the daily? It's like, it's on the sell, but it's done that big push down. Now we're talking about it coming back up into this area and then come back down again. But we're looking at the stages, and what Tom has, has been, I mean, watching and talking about that, where we get these ups and downs in that journey of the trend. If you look over here, this one here is I'll take the order block off, hang on a minute, but you can see where it's pushed down and pulled back up again, then drop down like that. So then it's pulled back up again, taking that one out, but not that. So once it's created this low and then come back, we're talking about this being that being the can. So hang on, I'll just expand this because I've got to go back. We talked about this yesterday and saying, well, okay, we've got down, push, change, come back. This is the point at which it's come back, not broken the low, and then pushed up. And what Tom was saying, that this candle here, because this is an engulfing buy candle, engulf that, this is a point where it will potentially need to come back to before it can really continue on. Would that be correct, Tom, in what I'm saying?
Yes.
Good. And so that there, but that doesn't say it won't, that doesn't mean it won't move further up before it does come back down again, right? Because we've seen it happen plenty of times. So now if we look over here, these points here, these swing highs have been broken by where price is currently. It's just pulling back that little bit. It might pull back there. But the next point at which this might like to get to, I'll do that. see this candle over here, this little one before it started the push down, potentially this may come to there before it drops down to there, before it goes back up again. That's sort of what you're talking about, Tom, isn't it?
Yes.
Good. I just want to make sure I'm on the same page.
Yes.
So if I go there, and if I just put an alert for that one, because what we're looking for is these longer moves potentially being able to look at what it does. Now, we're not necessarily taking a trade of this. I mean, I think, Tom, you said you would have a trade down here somewhere, yeah, for the push up.
I'm waiting for the pullback.
Yeah, correct, yeah. But the point is, it may push up and then continue too. I mean, ultimately, where we both are seeing it is to come back up into this area. I mean, that's a substantial sort of move, a couple hundred pips, but the point is it doesn't go in a straight line, right? You can see this doesn't go in a straight line. It goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So it needs to do the same sort of thing here. It just depends on the range of that movement down and up. Yeah. And so this will be an interesting thing to look at from what you were sort of learning, Tom, of where these moves in the market occur. And if I come back here and put on, say, order block, you can see there's an order block there, but there's a major one just there, right where that candle is, yeah, for a sell. And if you look down here,
and you know
there's the blue down.
They don't always take the full order block. That's why I count those.
Correct.
That's why I count those wicks. The top of the wick.
Yeah. Hey, so we'll see that over this week or whatever. We'll see what happens. But certainly can, as long as it doesn't break this low down here. But it says it is a weak low, but like that doesn't mean anything at this point, because we have a premium up there and an equilibrium in the middle still. So yeah, we can't project what it's going to do right now. All we're doing is looking at, well, does this learning that we're putting in place, does this actually plan out or play out in the actual action of this currency pair and potentially any other currency pair? Yeah. So I think it's just
right. And so something you said yesterday made me start to think was when it comes back and goes to touch that wick.
Yeah.
And let's say it goes up, touches that red bar you got, and then it wicks back down. I'm sorry, it flags back down,
and
it comes to that wick. I'm looking for that last candle that's a indecision candle to be green, and that's going to tell me when I'm looking for a continuation up.
Yeah.
Because right now all
Correct.
those candles have been red.
Red. Yeah.
And
No, I totally agree.
Back.
Okay, that's right. That's correct. Correct. And the other thing I wanted to do was this, because I haven't done it on this one, is to come off there and look at right. So there's the 30 degree on the 1 hour. So we'll just put a trend line over that. There it is. So that's the 30 degree. It needs to break that to continue up, but it may not. It may come up to it, like in that, well, even if it just comes past a bit, it may actually then come back down again. We'll just see. I think this is, for me,
is your red bar there covering the bottom of that wick as well?
My red bar covering. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean the parallel channel? Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
and the order block as well.
Okay.
I'll show you, Tom. It's all one in the same. Just there. See that? Parallel channel and the order block is primarily the same.
Right. Good.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, there I can't. Yeah, so that's where it's at the moment. I'm just looking at a couple of these and whether they turn. So I suppose what I'm sort of alluding to here is like looking at these swing lows, swing highs to swing low to what this is more likely to continue up, but not in a straight line. What we're testing here, Tom and I, is will this, from Tom's understanding, will this push to a certain point before it comes back to this point here? So we've marked it out. We'll just see what happens. Huh? Because if it does it on this pair, it'll do it on other pairs as well. Or other
Right,
instruments even.
And like everything else, not 100%. You're not going to win every time.
No.
It's just things to look for to, what's that word we're looking for?
Forecast.
Forecast.
To
Thank you.
be able to forecast or project what potentially is happening in the market. But this is from, like 16th of June. So for basically until nearly the end of June, right, for half a month, this just kept going down. Right now it's created a swing low, it looks like, and it's on its way back up. Again, these small, the small movements that happen here are just an indication of these bigger movements in a direction or a trend direction. So, all right, so we've got that, and we've got AUD USD. I haven't looked at any of the other AUDs. Let's go back to daily though, if I can. Oh, and we found the auto, Helen. It's in here now. Or sorry, Tom found it. Okay, yeah. These are other ones I'm looking at. Now look at CAD JPY. Does it break the top? Does it come back down? Right? That's where that's at. Look at CHF JPY. That's been pushing up really solid past that even previous high. At what point are we going to get a turn, pull back, and then drop on that one? Euro AUD. This is sort of, get rid of that. This is in a, interesting. These mark-offs that I put here were done, where are they? Back in April sometime, or even maybe earlier. Yeah, back in April, we looked at this number 1, 2, and 3. Well, basically, it's taken out number 1. It's pulled back up, right? And we're yet to see what's happened. So this is, how do I put it? Alice got a cactus down here, POI stuff. But there are Euro AUD. So either Euro is going to weaken off against the Aussie, or we're going to start getting a push back up again to break that high. Right? I mean, it's just interesting that, from this point here, we predicted a sort of a number 1, and it came down, broke it, didn't make it to number 2, but there's also a number 3 down here, because all the imbalance down here will need to be sort of lapped up at some point. But at the moment, it's not really, we've still got, blue to red for that little push down because it came way past the 62. Now it's pushed back up again. Right? The only issue for me is it broke this high over here. So now it's in a sellout. Just see what happens today, so in the next 24 hours. It's actually not even that. It's what do we got? 6 o'clock, 10, 8 hours. About 8 hours time. We'll see whatever occurs, whether it'll be a non-climax or anti-climax, or whether it's something will push around, because we don't know what they're going to do. Euro JPY, look at this one on the daily. Been pushing up crazy, right? Even though it's week high, it's actually a week high on a premium. So let's just see what occurs in relation to this. There is a lot of imbalance back down here for it. The Japanese yen has just not been very strong at all. So this, I'm looking for it to create swing high to come down. So I suppose what I'm pointing out here, or trying to point out here, is that there are a lot of currency pairs that are actually have pushed to a particular high or low that are sort of getting ready to turn. And I think, the middle of the year is a good opportunity for them to do that. Euro NZD, it looks like we've got a swing high created back here. This is in April, potentially coming back down again. All right. So if Euro NZD might be doing it, we'll just, and Euro AUD, then we'll just see what Euro JPY. I'm just looking for some change of direction to get in long term, get into trades from. So GA as well. It's come off this at September last year. It's pushed way up here, matched out this. Whether it pushes higher, see how it's sort of like equaled out on this. So do we get, we'll get a sell because of this last push up, be a sell, but will it break that low before it actually continues up? The British pound's actually been slowly, just getting there. GN, same thing, right? It's done a little pullback at the moment. Depends on what happens with the news today. I think of, if we're going to be taking a trade on the 15-minute. GBP USD, same thing. The British pound all the way here from same thing, September last year, pushing up against GU, GA, GN. They're all sort of been stronger. And there's a fair bit of stuff up here for it to take out. More others. And then NU. This is not anywhere near, I don't think, a direction change. UCAD. Also, sideways on it. It potentially for a buy on. So UCAD. So it's just US dollar stronger. This is where USD CHF. Again, we've got it continuing down.
Can you go back to UCAD?
Yeah, sure. There we go. This is on the daily.
Oh,
You got one of Alistair's POIs there.
Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at this just a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're actually, if you go out to the 1 hour.
Sure. Or into the 1 hour. Okay. Yep.
Yes, thank you.
No worries. There we are.
If you look, we're actually, if you can shrink that down and go to your left.
Even further.
Okay, so right now, that's far enough.
Okay.
So right now we're actually in a channel.
Yeah.
We actually just broke out of that channel.
Yes, correct.
USD CAD, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
On the hour.
Yeah.
starting on Friday, March 10th. I'm sorry. Yeah, Friday, March 10th, 2023.
Yeah.
Okay, if you draw two trend lines down, one catching the top
Hang on,
of
hang on,
all
hang
the
on, hang on.
tops.
Hang on. I think that was March 10 over there. Yeah. Correct. Let me just, I can't squeeze it in anymore. Let me do this. You reckon catch those ones?
Yeah. All the way down. Okay, and then another one at the bottom catching those last two drops.
These
That
ones
one and
here.
that one. Yep. Nope. That one.
Oh, yeah, and that one down there.
Yeah. The one before it, the lower one.
Oh, yeah, you want that one over here.
Yeah. So we're actually channeling down.
Yeah, correct.
And if
I think
you
this-
look at this and you then zoom in to the last, it looks like a U where your WWDN is,
Just down here.
up a little bit, about halfway.
Oh,
The other-
there.
To the left, up. One more.
Oh, there.
Yeah. So I'm looking at those two peaks. One where the diamond is, there is a empty breaker candle.
Yeah, okay. Hang on, we'll just bring it up here.
See it?
Up here.
Yep.
Yeah.
The one above it has been taken.
Yeah. Yeah. That one above there has, but that one hasn't.
That red candle
Yeah.
right before the down move,
Yeah.
the red one to the right. There you go.
Oh, there.
One more over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that little one. So that's where I
Right.
have. So that's where I have my turn happening as it comes back up,
Okay. Gotcha.
because it's going to pull back down if we're truly changing direction.
Yeah, it'll have to. Yeah, hang on. I'll just pull this across. So what you're saying is potentially this will come back up to that point and then come back down again.
Yes, or
Okay.
vice versa. It's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
come down to where that blue bar is at the very bottom,
Yeah. Down.
tap and not break that bottom left, and then go
Yeah.
up to that section. Because if you
Okay.
notice,
Let's
what they
do
did is
this. Yeah. No, please. Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
no, that's okay. What I was going to say is, if you notice when they came across at the top, they missed that block.
I'm just. Yeah. Yeah. Hang on a minute. Sorry.
It's okay.
Put that one there. Right.
Mhm.
And then we
The bottom one.
have in here,
Down.
down here, even further.
Yeah.
That's like this. Oh, okay. Yes.
Because it's at the
Gotcha.
bottom of the channel.
Yeah, right here.
So if we're going to continue up, it can't break that.
It's that little. That's that little. It's actually that order block just there.
Mm-hmm. Whatever's candles behind that green push.
Yeah.
Okay, so hear me out.
Yeah.
What they did is they pushed up and went sideways.
Yeah.
So now they're just collecting money, because if you notice, they took
Correct.
the bottom and they took the
Yeah.
tops.
Yeah.
So here's what I think is going to happen: is they're going to actually push it one direction or another
Or the other.
first,
Yeah.
before they go back and collect the either money above it or below it. But that's liquidity sitting between that top candle and
Yeah.
the gold bar you just put it up top.
Yeah, yeah. I personally think forecasting, I think they'll push it up and then pull it back down and break that even.
So I have a trade. You think it's going to break that bottom one?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's overall a downtrend. I mean, I don't know whether that's truly, I mean, I know it's broken structure, but it hasn't really truly, I mean, it could be just turtle soup on us, right? You know, pull back up,
Yeah.
down, then,
Yeah.
you know, the same sort of thing. Yeah, it's way off. I mean, I can see what's happening here is that there are lower lows and lower highs, and it has broken that structure there. But I think this is just to suck you in, and this is going sideways. This might not do anything for the next couple of days anyway, or for the next at least 24 hours because you got 4th of July, and then poof, after that there'll probably be some volume. Well, there'll be volume come back in the market. New financial year, bang. Well, here it is anyway. I don't know. US is not, is it?
This is what?
This is not a new financial year in the US, is it?
Well,
In Australia, our taxation year goes from the 1st of July to the 30th of June.
Well, July is our 6 month, half a year.
Yeah,
because so we're going into the second half of the year.
Correct. But when you need to put your tax return in is after the 1st of January, isn't it?
Yes, it's in April.
Oh, it's April 1. Okay, no worries. Ours is 1st of July. No worries. So, yeah. So we're now in a new financial year as such. So for us it is, but not in the US. What is in the UK, Helen? When's your changeover from one financial year to another? You might be having dinner or pouring another drink or, oh, sorry.
I'm trying to multitask. Sorry, so I'm
No,
not
that's
actually.
quite okay.
Time.
You're allowed to multitask.
It's April.
Oh, is it? 1st of April?
It's 5th, 6th of April.
Oh, that's
Don't
when
ask
the
me
new
why. It just is.
that
Yeah,
that's
usually.
when that's when the new financial year starts. Okay, rightio. Oh, interesting. Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, obviously, individual companies could have their own, but broadly speaking, that's the kind of the government's official tax one and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying from a tax perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. All right, no worries. Well, for us anyway, it's like a new financial year here. So not that matters too much because there's more volume in the UK and the US than would even be around here. So, all right. So we'll just see. Well, yeah, that's USD CAD. So that's good. We've got it marked anyway, and we can have a look and see what happens from that sort of perspective. So USD CHF. Well, this is on the hourly. So I'll go back to daily because it's still sort of in that. Oh, here. It hasn't reached that low. It's still in a downtrend. I can see this. So it's pulled up, back down. It's pulling back up, and I can see it going more into a sell direction, but it's not really sort of that. How do I say it? Not ready as such. But that's been a big, long fall. This is from back November 22, basically. Sort of October, November 22. It's just been selling out.
Can you
The
go
US.
back to the hour on this one?
Sure. I think it's come back up into this point. There's certainly some back up here or here, but I don't think it'll make it there, to be honest. I think we've now got a lower high on it. Potentially, it depends on what it'll do here. But I think it's setting itself up to come back down and break the low. And if I go, where am I? Over here. This is where it's going towards, but there is also to this over here, that low. I mean, this pull up here is just sort of like a correction at this point before it will go back down. And this is too hard to pick yet. I have to see whether that will break a low down here before I sort of continue that trade down.
Well, there's a beautiful little breaker candle right there at the bottom of that push that just happened.
This one.
Mm-hmm. If you can expand this.
You mean just here?
Mm-hmm.
And then the
it
push
hasn't
up.
touched it yet.
No,
but
it
it
hasn't.
did take out that green one up top, didn't it? Right to the wick.
Yeah, it came up to there.
Exactly. So I'm looking for this to do the exact same thing. I'm looking for it to come down to that breaker block.
But there's
at
still
that
that to
red
take
candle.
out. Yeah, okay. And well, let me just put that in. That's right. This is all just checking it, isn't it? Just there. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then potentially that there though.
It's gonna have to break that high.
Correct.
And if it breaks
Okay.
that high, then there's better breaker candles up top
Oh,
for it to come back up, gain all that liquidity before another push back down.
And you can see there are order blocks of this, what do you call breaker candle? There's order blocks in there. So there isn't here, but and there's a little break. What the hell is that? How much is that? Oh no, it's only 10, so that's all right. That's just a changeover.
Came right down to the wick.
Changeover gap. Yeah, it came down to that wick. That's right. There, came down the wick and then moved up.
And then that wick, where you have your gold bar, that green wick came down and took out that green wick.
Yeah, down there. Yeah, after it pushed up, it came back before it went off.
Now that's what I'm trying to stress to people watching this is it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to change directions or anything like that. I'm using those as targets because they're pretty accurate. So when we get a big push up and we're expecting the trend to continue up, I'm looking at those being taken before the trend goes up.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't hit the order block, it doesn't do anything else.
Yeah.
It just comes down and takes those wicks.
This mightn't do too much over the next 24 hours though, Tom, because of the lower volume in the market. It's done what it's done. This may just go sideways, and you can see where the color changes in the 62. It's just sort of playing around at the moment.
Right, but my point being is, if you look at the wick at the bottom that it came down and touched, and then the wick at the top where it came up and touched, this whole section has been taken now.
Yeah.
Now it's going to come back to.
But this hasn't been taken, and that hasn't. Yeah, correct. That hasn't been taken, or that hasn't been taken though. So this here has not been taken.
Right.
This up here has not been taken. It came up close,
but it hasn't.
Taken. No, that one was, but not that.
Well, no, that's because if it goes back up there, see where that green wick candle up there has already taken the bottom wick of that top candle.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So what I'm suggesting is we're going to get a small push down in this low time to this gold bar, and then it's going to break that high. And when it breaks that high, it's going to go to that candle right there, which is the next peak up,
which is
at
here.
9,365.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Which is up here.
Right. Because everything down below has been taken.
Taken, yeah.
So now we're looking at having it push up and go to that wick up top.
Yeah.
Taking all that imbalance and then moving down.
And then move down. Yeah, okay. But not necessarily breaking the low. We'll have to, because that's the current swing low down here. And remember, this is in an overall downtrend. So whatever this move is here, it will need to finish at some point to then go in to continue that downtrend. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay. So you want to see what I did?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So the other day I was playing with this, as I do every day. And I reached 54% of my account growth.
With?
Let me show you how I did it. I didn't even think it was possible to do that, but let me show you how I did it. If you can go back to, let's find a good pair. Let's see. Okay, if you can go back to AUD CAD.
On the 1 hour?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So check this out. If you will go to your indicators and only put on Smart Money Concept.
Oh. Yeah, I have it. Yeah.
You can mute everything else just for time being. Let's just play for a minute.
Yep.
Okay. Can you put on your Smart Money Concepts whole suite? Thank you, Helen, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Whole suite is, yeah.
Okay. Now you're going to add CA, and a new indicator. Dash. I think that's 2 dashes. Dash.
Oh.
I'm sorry, lower score dash. Go back to the A. Lower score dash. Nope, get rid of that last dash.
Oh. Yeah. Is that what you want?
Go back 2. Get rid of that dash. Now put a lower dash.
Yeah.
Upper dash. Lower dash. MACD SMA strategy.
FMA. Nothing there.
The MACD has a lower.
I think you had it. Is that not it at the top there? Oh no.
No.
It's by, let me see. It's by chart art.
Yeah.
And it's the 200 strategy.
SMA. Yeah, here it is.
That's the top.
MACD.
Yeah, that's it.
The one. Okay.
That it?
That's it. Now it's gonna jump you up again. Yeah, you just minus that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go into inputs.
Ooh, of what? Of that strategy one?
Yes.
Okay.
And you want to disable enable color bars.
Disable that.
Yeah, get rid of it. And enable background colors. Get rid of that too.
Oh. Yeah.
So it should be 12, 26, 9, 200,
100.
and 50.
50. Yeah.
Okay. And then go to properties. Everything should be the same. Okay, very good. Now add, it's called DR slash.
Hang on. Yeah. Slash, yeah.
IDR
Yeah.
handles.
Yeah, by Lux
I love
Algo.
Salgo.
Yep.
Okay. So check this out. Now you go to the cog on that. And you're getting rid of all the fib numbers. Take the half out. You're getting rid of show IDR at the bottom. And you're getting rid of highlight sessions. And show width. Get rid of that one. Okay, I think that's it. Style. Yeah.
What about this regular overnight thing?
Don't touch it.
Okay.
It's left as what it shows. Okay. So now, are you on the 1 hour? Yeah, great. If you could just minus that screen a lot. Okay.
There we go.
More than that. More than that. Make it smaller. There you go. That's good right there. Okay. So I watched this and I back tested it. And here's what I found. Go ahead and mute the smart money and the whole suite for right this second. Okay, if you can, I don't know what those dots are on your screen up and down.
Oh, sorry, I'll get rid of them. Oh. What is going on? Come on. Oh no, don't tell me it doesn't want to do that. Let's see if that'll do it. No. Rats. This is going to be interesting. Hang on a minute. I gotta, to get rid of them, I have to go to a different time frame, or let me just do this. Sorry. It'll just take a moment. It'll come back. You have us in a little bit of suspense, Tom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it when Tom gets into indicators.
I was actually pretty shocked. And I back tested it, and it was like, if you just take the obvious out of it, your win rate would have been way higher. But I took them as no matter what, I took the trades.
Yeah. Just
and I was up 52% on my account.
There you go. Right. There we go.
Okay. So now if you could shrink that down just a little bit. Now you can even mute the is that no, that's not whole suite. Okay, never mind.
No, that's not whole suite. That must be that. It's the CA thing. Yeah.
So here, let's do it this way. If you could I'm trying to show you all the different things. Go, you see where it went down and pulled back and everything right there at the bottom
There.
to your right.
Oh, here.
Yeah, just blow up that whole section right there.
Okay. This bit here.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So you can even make it a little bigger.
Okay.
So if you notice the colors,
As in the candles.
Rainbow charts.
the orange and the blue.
Oh, you mean in here, these sort of patches?
Yes.
Okay.
So what those are they are a directional background, basically. So when it's orange,
There.
it's a sell. It's setting up for downward momentum.
Yeah.
So
When do
blue,
they show up?
they show up as soon as it starts getting created.
Okay. It gets created off that candle there of saying
In fact,
that's
if you
going to.
want, press the replay and just replay that section, and it'll show you when they show up. I haven't even got to the good stuff yet.
What? Is there good stuff?
Uh-huh. Okay, so now it's looking at a downward momentum. Change colors. It's blue. We're going up. Pause it right there.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so now as you see where the D is up there? If you can go back to your replay and cover just that and then pause it when it gets to that section.
Okay. I do want to exit here. And we've got to go there.
There. Stop.
No, there, wasn't it? Just here.
Yes. And then get ready to pause it.
Oh, God. You unbelievable. There. And tell
Pause.
me.
Okay. So you see the gold where it's going down. And then you see that white little bit.
This white bit here.
That white bit. And then down to the left is another white bit. To your left just a little bit.
Over there.
Right there.
Yeah,
okay, so
there
there's three
to
things.
there.
So one, the gold are going down. They're setting up for a sell. Two, the blue are going up. They're setting up for a buy. Three, if they're white, it's consolidation or indecision.
Ready for a change, particularly of direction.
Whatever the case may be, don't trade in the white section.
Right.
You wait till it tells you the color that it's looking at.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I did was, if it is, now you can turn back on the whole suite.
Do I finish the trial thing? Wait a minute. I just want to see something. Sorry, it still goes. Whoop. So that red didn't appear until that shot down.
Correct. So now you're looking at more gold down. Now you have to determine.
What do you mean gold down? What are you talking about gold down? You mean more sell?
Yeah. See the gold background?
You mean the ready? That's red to me. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's red,
gold
and
on mine.
That's red and that's blue, but that's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I understand what you mean by gold. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's literally gold on mine. So
okay.
So the thing is, what I did the other day was.
So now I get rid of that replay,
Sure.
and
you can get rid of that for right now.
Yeah. Okay.
So what I did was,
And you want whole suite back on.
yep,
Yeah, gotcha.
okay. So what I did was every single time. Oh, that's the other thing. Let's go back one more. I believe that is that one.
That's there. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on one second. Let me look just 1 second. I changed. That's the 200. Okay. And then yes. Okay. So
I think
I
whole
have,
suite's on, hang on, what's whole suite on? That's on 55 or swing entry. Okay, no worries. Yeah.
what do you mean yours is on 45?
No, that's right. The whole suite is how it comes out of the box, as I understand it.
Oh, okay. So what I did was, if there's steps you got to take.
Yeah.
If the whole suite is above and it turns red with the smaller red and blue indicator below, you take the sell, period. Take it. No matter what, don't question it. Take it. If that turns red to blue and the whole suite is red to blue above it, take it.
Like here, this is red. This whole suite turns red. That's red. Take the trade.
Correct. And I'm literally saying, if you could put your down box in there for me.
Yeah, sure.
A short position. There you go.
And you probably won't be able to take it till here.
Nope. Your entry is at the red and blue line where it changes underneath that whole suite. So go up to your left.
Yeah.
Right there. And you put your entry at see that line below it? The line below it.
This line.
Yeah.
That's my fib line.
No, Brian.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
No, you see the red and blue line underneath the whole suite?
Red and blue line under the whole
To
suite.
your left, just slightly.
The one that's past the CA indicator. Like the little blue red blue EMA. Is that the one you're talking about, Tom?
Oh, yep. Sorry, I wasn't even looking at that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was focusing on this.
Your stop loss should be above the last candle of whole suite.
Which is
that wick.
That one.
Yep. And you get into it until the whole suite, the last candle, breaks the red. So the moment that big candle broke the red, you were out of the trade.
Yeah.
So I did this the other day, and I did it on a bigger scale. So if you go out to like the 4 hour.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll do that right now. Yeah.
Okay. So there you have a 4-to-1.
Yeah, but
go do it again on that one. Put your entry at the top of that red whole suite.
That's just there.
Nope. Higher.
Entry up here.
Grab the box. Let me show you.
We'll do. Sorry, I need to put it there.
Do you see the little green line and the red line where it's changing underneath?
Oh, just here. Just here.
There's your entry.
Right. Okay. I'm down there.
The absolute second that whole suite go to the top of the last red candle,
which is that one just there.
Yep. The moment that whole suite turns red, look at your candle pattern where it's at as far as that smaller trend line goes, and you don't get out of it until it breaks the red.
I'm going to get rid of that one for a minute.
Well, you can count it.
I
That's
know,
four,
but I'm
that's
just
6. Now you're up 10%.
that changed, and it's sort of up there. Now it's 5 or 6, yeah. Because the change is right there with the whole suite changes, which is at
Now
that
put a buy
candle.
in there.
All
Okay,
right,
so
yep.
change.
Guess again almost straight away, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Going the other
Yeah.
way.
Long position, it is there. That
Put your entry
is
at the
there.
last candle underneath the whole suite. Underneath
Which
the
is-
whole suite.
Well, that is it. It doesn't go below the whole suite.
Uh-uh. It's the one before it. See where it actually broke whole suite?
Oh, over here.
That's where your stop loss is.
Yeah, right.
And then push it up. And you don't get out of that until it turns red,
Which is whenever.
which is whenever. So I did this the other day, just playing with it. I was like, I'm not looking for that, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's going real fast in consolidation or anything like that. I'm looking for pairs that are rolling. And I did that the other day.
So Tom, you're looking for a long time and a good time together.
Correct.
Yeah, you don't want a quick time and a
Correct.
Okay.
So
Yeah, no worries.
So what I'm saying is if you look at this on a higher time frame and you just follow, if the whole suite broke and it's red, and that red one and that green one has turned to red, that's your entry. Get in, and you don't get out till it breaks the whole suite.
It. Yeah, okay.
The last candle to turn the whole suite. And that would be the bottom of that wick.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you notice, it's still green down there.
Yeah,
you can
absolutely.
actually go further.
So it's just using those two indicators then, the whole suite and that CA at MACD.
The DR candles, is that red and the red and green, or the golden green, is it?
It's not actually using that, is it? It's just using the whole suite and the little line underneath.
Yeah, I don't know where the Lux algo is not showing up. The DRIDR is not showing up on the 4 hour.
The DIRD are the colors.
Oh, this green, blue, red one, is it?
Right. So when you get down into the nitty gritty,
it's actually this strategy one. That's the CA. So the DRIDR candles is not. I don't know. Is it changing the candle somewhere?
No. What it's doing is telling you the colors. It's telling you gold or red is down, blue is up, and white is indecision.
Correct, but there's none here at the moment that I can see.
Go to the 3
Not
hour
on the 4 hour.
Go to the 3 hour time frame.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's on the 3 hour, but it's not on the 4 hour.
No, it only goes to a certain height.
Yeah, okay, hang on.
Time frame.
No, it's okay. So yeah. They've got it changed. Okay, no worries. All right then. Yeah, so it won't go on the 4 hour.
So when you get down there and you see it's about,
that's why you can see, Tom. That's why you can see it on the 3 hour, but it's just not showing up on the 4 hour.
Correct.
Okay.
So the idea behind it is, regardless of how many pips, that's 45. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? That's right.
Okay. So
but you could take another, but you could stack another trade though.
Exactly. So every time when you see these, you get the red red area down, and then it starts consolidating, it's going to be white. You can actually put your next trade underneath that, because if it breaks up, you're not in the trade anywhere.
In trade, yeah.
And you could do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, all the way down. So what I did was I was like, okay, well, wait a second. If I'm into this trade at the top and I'm letting it run, how do I know when to get into the next one? And the idea behind it is, as long as it doesn't break the whole suite color, you can keep adding trades to it.
That whole three colors earlier. Yeah. Okay.
So now
Yeah.
go out to a bigger area. Go out to the daily.
But it won't show the gold
Won't
or
show the colors. It won't.
no.
But go down.
No.
Keep going. Keep going way down. Now look at that trade. Now go put your entry at the top
from there.
with your exactly. Put another box in. No,
which
gotta
one
be
is
where
it?
it turns.
It's that blue, is it?
Yeah, it's got to be where it turns.
What's the other line there?
That's whole suite.
No, it's not. No, there's another one behind it.
Yeah, the little one.
It's not that one. It's that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
What the hell? What's the other line?
Well, go into your call.
Hang on a minute. Let's get rid of that. Hang on a minute. I'm just going in. Hang on. Let's go in. Storage now. See that other line? There's two lines there.
That's just the background. I don't use that at all, actually.
Oh, that's what I wanted to know. It's sort of like it's sort of a background between. Okay, whatever.
I think that was shading that came on with the DR. I think that might have come on with the DR indicator.
Did it? Let me have a look. No.
No, or is it the CA one then?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you should have enable background colors unchecked and unable bar colors, and the only thing that should be showing is enable moving averages.
Yeah, we'll come back in. Yeah, that's all it's got.
And it's 200, 926, 12, and close, and that's 50. Yep. Okay, we're on the same page. I personally don't have that. I don't have that.
Okay, no worries. So I'm just saying that this thing could be an earlier entry, but that's okay. I'm just all right. Okay, we'll just go back out. And so what you're saying is if we go for a short on that, we put it in there, we have that up at the top there. And where's price now? It's even there. Well, it's like a 200 pip stop loss and a 2.5. No.
Did you not get out when the price crossed the whole suite?
And you have your stop loss in the wrong place.
The what?
Your stop loss has to be the top of the red candle that broke the whole suite.
Which is that one?
Right.
Okay, not this one, only the previous one. Okay, rightio.
And then you would get out where the price broke the whole suite. So,
well, it broke it just there. That little green bit just there.
Did it not break it?
See,
Even
the little green.
Oh, yeah.
The little green bit just there.
So make a decision. You either let it run or you get out.
Yeah.
And overall, where is the bottom at? To the left.
Oh, to the left over here, way down here.
Right. So that's your target.
Yeah.
So you just let that main one just run. That's when you go in and you just pick the bones off on the lower time frames.
Yeah.
To get more trades.
Yeah.
So you can do it on the daily. You could do it on the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, down to the 15 minutes. and I was doing one pair, and I was just like, okay, no matter what. So even when it came down and it broke the green and started going back up, I got in for the buy, even though I knew damn well I shouldn't have gotten in.
Yeah.
Knowing it was going to pull back and lose. But what I did was I went and tested it, and I wanted to see, okay, so when I take every single trade that changes colors on the whole suite, and that one little EMA, whatever it is behind it or below it or above it, I got in the trade. I got in no matter what.
Yeah. Okay.
And at the end of the day, even though I was taking a few losses, these moves were giving me 54% return on my account overall in one day.
Is that with 1% on a trade? What percentage were you putting on a trade?
0.5%.
0.5%, and you had 50.
Yeah, because I went back, you know, to like 20. Sorry, as far as I could go back on one screen without running out of information, and just tested it and tested it and tested it and tested it. No matter what, I got in. So it was like 100 different of those little tests, you know, because if you go out to the daily like you're on and you shrink that whole screen down.
Yeah.
And you go back to where the information started, as far as you can go back.
Yeah, mine goes, I've got to go to a weekly to do that. Yeah, goes back to
and then
October 2000.
Right, and then test it. And every time those two little candles line up green or line up red, you get in. You'll notice that you're going to get some out of it.
Yeah.
Rarely does it pop back up and immediately wipe you out. I mean, it can, like it did up there at the top to your left.
Yeah.
It can, but those were so rare.
Okay.
You know, so you see this great big push up down here where that giant wick is.
Yeah.
And let's say you got in there and it pushed all the way up.
Yeah.
And you started bobbing around and you're going, oh, I'm in consolidation. But you're on a weekly time frame.
Yeah.
So if you go down into a lower time frame, that's a huge move.
Yeah, it's a huge move. That's right.
So you're seeing it develop on a higher time frame. Pick a peak. Let's say that last peak right there before the trend line started.
Oh, you mean up here?
That one right there. So if you can mark that somehow. And then go to a lower time frame and find it. Say even 1 hour. There you go. Can we go over that far? I don't know if we can.
Yep.
Okay, so go to that peak.
Oh, I might not be able to go on the 1 hour.
Even the 4 hour if you need to.
Yeah, I think we might need to do that.
Go to the 4 hour. That's fine. Oh, I misunderstood. So the 0.5% is just what I use. I was only counting 54% because of the wins and losses as percentages on my boxes is what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but what I was asking is what were you allocating per trade? I mean, you could have 54%, but you're putting like 20% of your account on a trade. That's what's important to understand.
No.
You're putting 0.5%. Yeah.
Even if you did this one, see where it says bearish -2?
Yeah.
With the arrow down?
Mm-hmm.
If you can zoom in there,
Sure.
way too big. Way too big. I want that
Oh.
little bitty area. Exactly. Now put your short on there because the whole suite changed.
Just up here.
Yep. Put a short on. Whole suite changed. Put it at the smaller line, your entry.
I can't tell my phone.
It's got to go down, Brian. Which?
No, there's the line there.
Oh, I see it.
Hang-
Okay, I'm sorry.
Hang on, I've got to go up a bit. I'll just make this line a bit. Sorry. So yeah, see the line there?
Mm-hmm.
I put it basically on the line, and then that's the candle that poked out of the whole suite, which was there. See that one just
Yep.
there?
Yep.
So that's 28 pips. Oh my God, yeah, tight. But
28
yeah,
pips. Now
Yeah, I
follow
know.
it down.
yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, but
That's what I'm
it changed just there. But you would decide whether you would stay in it
Right, but
or
look at the
not.
whole suite. It's still super red. Unless it breaks
Yeah,
that
yeah.
whole suite, who cares?
Yeah, well, that whole suite. Yeah, no, it doesn't change, but the other does. Okay, still going.
Keep going.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
way down there.
Oh, well, no, it comes back, but hang on a minute. I can't get it on the screen. I mean, even if you were to get out, well, there, the whole suite changes there.
Right.
That's 43%.
43%. One trade.
Yeah. One trade.
That's what
Wow.
I'm trying to tell you guys. So I did this the other day. I
On the
did
4
I did
hours.
all of them on the 4 or on the 3 hour.
3
and I
hour.
was like up, down, up, down, up, down. Now,
Hang
like,
on a minute,
no
let's go
matter
to the-
what, no matter what, I was taking trades that I knew damn well I shouldn't take. So where I knew it wasn't going to come back, but it changed over,
You wouldn't get cold
Yeah.
a bit.
I still took the trades just to test it, just to see. So
Yeah.
even with my losses, I was still killing it.
I can hear little voices chatting in the background.
Oh yeah, we've got people awake. Somebody's
Somebody's chatting.
wow.
Now I put this
Yeah,
on
what?
top of, I put my smart money on.
Mm.
Tom, you're going to have to forgive me. I have to go.
Okay, take care, Helen.
But really interesting. I'm going to go and experiment with this tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
And thank you, Brian.
No worries at all.
See you tomorrow.
Smart money concept. Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Bye.
Take care.
What time frame you want?
It doesn't matter.
Three.
So what I'm
I'll
trying
go
to
to
say
3
is,
hour. I'll just go to 3 hour. Yeah.
so what I'm trying to say is, if you look at the whole suite when it's crossing, as
Yeah.
you can see now, we should already be in this trade for a
We
buy.
should already be in it. Yeah. Yeah, because
And what
it's already
I'm using the smart money for are the weak highs, the weak lows, the premiums, the change of characters. I
yeah.
got rid of all the order block stuff, all of it.
Right, the order blocks. Let's yeah, I don't think I've got it. I know you don't want that. You don't want swing structure. You don't want the order blocks there. Nickel highs, that's it. That's all you want.
Yes.
You're choosing to do something.
There you go.
Okay. So then I went back and I said, okay, so I know it's going to cross. I know there's a smaller trend line below it that it's going to cross. That's my entry. That's my exit. I use the whole suite for the, when it crosses, it's got to be on a, if it's a weak low, I stay in the trade. Even if it pulls back up, I stay in the trade.
Right.
If it's a strong high, I don't get out of it because I'm expecting a pullback before a push down again.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I use those little breaker blocks as a place it's going to turn around at
For an entry.
for an entry.
Yeah.
So that's when I started looking at those little breaker blocks going, okay, so it's going to pull up, it's going to tap these, the whole suite's going to change into the trade. The moment that turns red and red, I'm into the trade, which means I've got rejection off the block. I have my strong high heading towards a weak low. I'm going to take that all the way down into the weak low or until that whole suite changes green again.
Okay.
That's all I did. That is it. So all I've done now is create this strategy of whole suite, the indicator behind it. I don't even know what that's called.
So you would have been right at that
That's
breaker
short.
candle. You would have been in there, and then that is
That's the stop.
Do you do that or that? That would be the
I take
stop there,
the very last red candle before it breaks.
which is that one there, which is 41, and you're really looking at this to come back up here somewhere.
Where's the
which
weak
is like
high?
no, that's a strong high.
Then I don't expect it to break. So I'm looking at that breaker as my take profit point. So now my entry is simply waiting for it to come back to that breaker block
and then come back down.
Get into it where the candle is now. I'm waiting for it to come back into the gold bar right there where that small breaker block is. Get entry to go back up.
Yeah.
Because the whole
if you haven't already entered,
you should have already been into it.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Now go and test this on any pair.
Yeah.
Go to another pair. Just click to another pair.
AUD USD.
Look at that. Whole suite turned. Your last red candle up.
Yeah, but that would have been up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but I'm saying there's entry down here too.
That's your entry. And if you look where your last candle is.
Yeah. And this is likely to pull up. But you've got a weak high though, so it could break that.
I'm expecting it to break.
Break the high.
Right. So this push up can zigzag up and down all at once. I'm not going to touch it if it's crazy looking, but I'm looking at it breaking that weak high.
Yeah.
So I may not get a secondary trade in here because I can't figure out where to get into. But I'm in at the bottom anyways.
Yeah.
So if you put your short your long position there.
Yeah.
At the bottom of that green bar, right there.
Oh, that one there. But it changes there.
Where it turns, yes. Where it turns.
Right there.
And then the last red candle up.
Which
that long red wick.
That one just there.
There's your entry. And then since it's a weak high, I'm looking for it to break. I don't need pivot points. I don't need trend lines. I don't need support and resistance. I don't need order blocks, fair value gaps.
Yeah.
I don't need any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just simply riding this wave.
Fair enough.
Now, is it going to come back and stomp you out every now and then? Yep.
Yeah.
Nature of the beast. But even on this pair, if you go out to the daily and you shrink it down, look at all the long-term
Yeah.
trades you could have gotten into
Yeah.
over the past 2 years.
Yeah, but even just from here, even just from the start of June to there and then back again.
Right.
I think what it has for me is the potential for, you have quite a substantial stop loss in the initial trade, but then where you can tighten it up from there.
Well, let's look at this one.
Subsequent trades.
Do you see where it turned from red to green down at the bottom?
Yeah, here.
Can you put another short position in there for me?
Sure. And I'll just stretch it out a bit so I can see it. I'll just take this one off for a minute. And a long position, you mean?
Sure. Yes, long position. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
So your entry is
And
at.
it's not until there.
Your entry is at the green change of the whole suite.
There.
There's your entry. And you know why? Because look
there's
at the red line behind it. It turned green first.
Red line behind it. And green.
See the
first.
red line where it's coming down and then it changes blue?
Yeah,
Down?
that one.
That one. So your entry would be at the whole suite green where it changes.
Mm-hmm.
And your stop would be at the bottom of the last candle before the whole suite break. Now, up.
You mean that one?
Yep. And you're
That's
targeting the high.
Yeah, but that's only 14. But because it was, yeah, but it didn't. Hang on, what have we got? Hang on a minute. Now we've got a strong high, so it's not going to make it all the way there. So just make it to equilibrium. That's still 16%. If you're up there, and if you wait till the whole suite, you're still like 11%. 11%.
I
Be in
mean,
the
that's kind
trade
of
for
okay,
it.
right?
Sorry?
That's kind of okay, right?
Yeah. It is. It's just you're in there for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're in there for another eight days trading.
However, push your take profit all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Okay. Right there. Now go down to the 4 hour. In fact, go to the 3 hours so you get your colors.
Yeah. It's gone white.
Now look
All
where
clear.
you could have gotten in.
Yeah.
Down
Which
at
is
the
even
bottom down here,
further down.
which is even further down.
Yeah.
And if you notice what it came back to and took was that red breaker candle right there before it took off. Up higher,
Yeah.
a little higher to your right. See where it pulled back? It
Oh,
took
that one
red
there.
candle out
Yeah.
to the left.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you can set up your entry for that one there, but you also have the pullbacks that you could have got into at any time on those 4 hour time frames.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, this is 3 hour. But you've got in there, that's 28 pip. You still got like a 12% on that. And there's change there. Whole change.
You could do the same thing on a sell,
Yeah,
on a
coming
short,
back down.
right to your left.
Yeah, over here. But wouldn't you'd get a bit nervous here though, wouldn't you, with this whole
So get out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it really boils down to.
Tom, that's really easy. So get out. It's that Absolutely. And you could get in again, couldn't you? I mean, it
Right.
just
And the
depends
thing
your longer
is,
time frame.
look at your smart money concept. It's telling you it's a strong low or a strong
Yeah.
high. When you're over here and you're in that short right there by the A in AUD, and you're like, oh man, look, it's underneath this red one right here, and it's consolidating. Should I get out? Look at the colors. If you can blow that area up.
I don't know what this red and green one is. Is that part of? No, it's not part of that.
It's the whole
It is
thing.
part of this CA MACD thing.
Oh yeah. That's the 200.
Is it?
Yeah.
Can you get rid of that? You don't need it in there, do you?
Oh, I personally, I love it. And I'll tell you why.
Why do you
Let me
want
tell
to?
you why real quick. Because if you look at, can you blow up that whole section of consolidation for me real quick?
Where?
Right,
Yeah.
all the way to the left? No, all the way to the left where your indicators
Oh, you mean
are.
all of this?
Yes. If you could just blow that
Okay.
up real quick, I'll explain
Yeah.
why I like it so much.
There you go.
Okay, whenever you get to that line, it's going to do one of two things. It's either going to break or it's going to bounce, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if it pushes through, chances are you're going to get something on the other side. Even if it's a half move.
Yeah.
And it's telling you, because if you can open that up now, it's telling you can you make that bigger, that consolidation? Nice and big.
Oh, this consolidation. Oh, I thought you wanted me to. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, like that. Just like that. Okay. Yeah. If you look, when it gets to this area of consolidation, and you're going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down, this is no different than if you have these huge peaks with these huge drops. What it's going to do is it's going to give you the color box of the direction it thinks it's going to go. So when this starts forming, it's going to be white because it's indecision. And then as it starts to push down, it's going to go gold. And you can get in because it's under the 200. Your entry would be at the peak of that green wick underneath the 3H that on your screen, the H. You can see that it's turning gold. So they're telling you, even if it's in the short term, it's going to go down a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to stop,
So the chances of it turning around and popping back up like this one did are pretty slim. But even if you look at that one, it didn't break the high. It gave you another gold box.
And ready for another sell. Yeah.
So they're telling you, hey man, we're at the 200 line. Something's going to happen here. Look for the color at the line. Is it blue or is it red? If it's red, we're going to try and continue down. If it's blue, we're going to take this back up a little bit. So it helps you forecast in the moment.
Yeah, I've got a green and red. Yeah, you've got blue. Yeah, okay. Same thing here.
Right. It does it every time at that halfway point.
Yeah.
It pushed up. Look at that. Go down just a little bit to the middle line, the 200.
Yeah.
Right there. Go back to your left. Okay, it pushed up and touched, went down, pushed up and touched that 200 again. It gave you a blue box telling you we're above, we're going to go up a little bit. And all you have to do is pick that high wick to the left as your target.
Yeah.
See the wick?
Yes. Yeah, I can see it.
So once it's past the 200 or near the 200, start looking for the color changes. That's why when you're saying, oh, I think AUD is gonna pull down and, you know, do this or do that. And I'm like, well, wait a second, because we're at the 200 again.
Yeah.
We're at that breaker block. This box is forming. It's going to be white until it forms, but the green is pushing up. I'm thinking it's going to pull up to that strong high and not break it.
Yeah.
Which means it's going to pull up to that long.
Well, this has got a weak high, so I think it'll go up past that. It'll break the high.
Exactly.
It's now made a swing low, and it's now on the way back up with that hull. So now it's just picking.
So when I did this the other day,
it's probably a good position to get in now, actually, because it's just done that pullback for the thing. Now it's new day and it's starting to pull back up.
Yes. However, I want to wait till it decides what it's going to do with this block.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. True.
Because it may pull up to this block and go, and no, we're going to pull that down to the next block, and then take off. You know, do a pullback, bam, and out we go.
Yeah, do the turtle soup.
Exactly. So that is my strategy from now on. Is I'm looking at that. I'm looking for the turtle soup at the bottom. I'm waiting for the colors change to blue. We get a push on, and it changes the hull sweep from green and that little red one to green as well. I put my entry in. And then I literally aim for that high wick to the left. Can you go to the left?
Yeah.
What's the highest wick over there?
Well, this one here.
That's the highest wick right now. I mean, at the very top.
Oh, sorry. It's up over here.
Okay, so now I'm going over here to this side, and I'm looking for my last breaker block before it pushed down. In there.
Yeah, which is in there, which hasn't been taken out. That's all right.
Can you blow that area up and highlight that block for me?
Sure. Okay. It will be. That's been taken. It's this one here, isn't it?
Because you got to pull back to that wick that took that wick out. See the green wick?
Yeah.
It's that one.
This one here.
Yep.
Explain, Tom. I can't.
Okay.
That's taken out.
Cereal.
Yeah. See if you go in the green section, that green candle, the green section to your left.
Oh, in here. Yeah.
See that green candle you keep pointing at? Over to your right a little bit.
Yeah, this one.
Or
that one.
That one. If you look at the bottom of the wick, where it's at, has it been taken to that wick?
It has by that candle.
It has. That wick has been covered.
Yeah.
Which means there's nothing in there for it to come back to. That green candle that has nothing below it. That's your candle.
Yeah, okay.
Now, if you take a box and you cover that box.
Cover the candle.
Cover the candle. There's your take profit.
Yeah, okay.
And if you shrink it down just a little bit, throw a fib on there from high to low.
I've already got one from there, but you reckon from here, from that high? to that low there.
Look where it falls at, that gold box,
Yeah, around the 88.
right at the 88. So
Yeah.
I would move my take profit all the way up to that 88, to the bottom of the 88,
Yeah.
and just let this run.
18%.
Not bad.
Well, I reckon you just got to wait for a couple of years. No.
Not really. I
For-
mean, that
for a month
3 hour
or two.
time frame moves quick.
I know, for a month or two. Yeah.
But in a month or two, I mean,
But who
go on the
cares?
3 hour now.
I know.
Drop down to the 15 minute and look at all the entries going in and out.
Yeah, I could
All I'm
imagine.
doing is setting up on a higher time frame to work my way down for more entries.
Yeah. Yeah. Then once you're in, then you can just take more and more and more and more trades.
Every time that whole suite kicks over to a green
Yeah.
and green,
Which it has.
which it has.
Yeah.
You know, you can even put your stop loss below that last breaker block where
Yeah.
the whole suite went over.
Yeah.
Can you go down there and blow that golden that little bar at the bottom?
Yeah, this one here. Yeah.
Yeah, just blow up that section right there.
Sure. Yeah. Look at the change. Yeah.
Okay, now where's that red candle sitting there?
Just there.
The last red candle.
Oh. You mean?
Nope. Back where that bar is, that gold bar.
Yeah.
Where's that last red
That one.
candle before the push? Nope. Over one.
That one.
One more. Right before the push. Right there.
Oh, there. Yeah. This, which is I've marked it with the breaker.
That's what I'm saying. So if you
Yeah.
adjust your bar on a lower time frame, because now it's tightened up.
Yeah.
On the 15,
That was
you can
time to
actually
get it.
put a long position there.
For sure. Long. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, but that's right. I think that's what we've done. I haven't got it.
And
No,
is
it's way over there.
this a strong low or a strong high?
It is a strong low.
So I'm looking for it not to break that block,
That. Yeah.
because it's got to continue up.
Yeah.
And where's it going to continue up to? The next
Yeah,
gold block.
way. Which is this one at the minute, and then
Yeah.
and then you're talking way up there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Well, let me try this out today.
Hey, just play with it, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we'll see.
That's what I'm doing now. And it's quite successful, I gotta say. I'm just not trading. I don't trade on Mondays. And typically I don't trade till after market opens again, after New York closes on Monday.
But the issue at the moment we've got is that it's
a
4th of
holiday.
July. Yeah.
So I'm probably not going to do anything till Wednesday.
Yeah, your Wednesday. Yeah.
Right. It's going to be a short week. But when I do, I'm going to, my goal is to start on the daily and look at these big daily moves that happen.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And then mark out my daily that I think it's going to move, go back to the 4 hour, put on another one, go back to the 15 minute, put on another one. I went as low as 5 minutes the other day.
That's
and they
what
all
I'm looking
work.
at here. See the CAD on the daily?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at. Look at it. We have a weak high, so it's more likely to continue.
Yeah, and it came back right up to that. It came right back up to that breaker block at the top. To your left.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's taken that. It might do a pullback now before it goes back up. We'll just have to see. But I'm just I would say that this will continue. Not at the moment. I'm just saying this is on a daily. So I think it's sort of going sideways of whether it'll pull back. You know, like, anyway. All right. That's one I was looking at. But looking at AUDs again.
If you go back down to CAD, just shrink the screen right there. And if you go back to CAD where it began, on this push alone, every time it pushed, it changed colors, it went up. As it pulled back, it didn't break that green one again, but it did turn green going up.
Yeah,
So
you mean on the
entry.
200.
Yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entries before it turned, it came back down.
Yeah. All right, good. This is probably not in the right position here to be able to be, you know, like we're talking about particularly or potentially breaking that high, but it's a bit hard. Like once it's in that move, this is where the opportunity is down here. Well, it will be for a sell here, but we have to make sure, well, not make sure, but find the swing high before it pulls back down. Well, that's got a weak high, so it's probably not going to pull back down too far before it pushes back up again. But these things will help out understanding that.
And when you go down to the lower time frames, look for the color changes.
Yeah.
That will help you get in on a lower time frame because they're going to tell you it's got a tendency for a sell position at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
And that way you don't have to wait for a pullback for a confirmation. You automatically get in. You just automatically do it.
Well, at the moment, it's sort of white. There's a lot of white going on here.
Yeah, I that's why I wouldn't trade this now anyway. You want a color change.
But you've got blue. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And it's like in this whole consolidation going on. And for me, seeing, that's why I got the lines the other day. So this last 24 hours has been like nothing much.
They took the highs and they took the lows.
Yeah.
They're cleaning it out for news.
Yeah. And for after 4th of July. And then we'll get ready to push it back up again, I reckon. Rightio, we better, it's been, what's it been, 2 hours, Tom?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm holding you up. No. Enjoy your family.
No, I've got to go.
I just wanted to share that with you.
Thank you. No, appreciate it. I've got other stuff to share too. So last night was a very momentous evening. It was, that was good. There was some trades taken on our prop firm account. So, yep, it's working very nicely.
What's working?
The copying.
Oh, the copy trade to your prop firm?
Yeah. Well, from a copier to mine to a prop firm, it's like a couple of steps, but it actually works. It's working very nicely.
That's fantastic.
So it's good. We'll share some of that too. So, profiting. All right, then. We will we'll see how we progress.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tom. I'll have a look at this today. I'm sure Helen will too.
Go have fun with it, man.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you very much.